Hey y'all, it's James Neal here, everybody's most creative redneck. I'm out here in the car today, and I've already done it. I'm going to show you some processes of me putting the radio in this car. It's already done, I'm just going to show it to you now. I didn't get to video everything that I wanted to video. I didn't get to show everything I wanted to show because my memory card crapped out. Because I bought a crappy memory card. I bought a little itty bitty memory card that was supposed to hold a ½ terabyte, and it didn't. It held maybe 20 gigs before it started acting retarded. So, you don't get to see everything I actually did film, and everything I did film wasn't that good, so you're not actually out that much. I'll show you the speaker pods here in a second because I haven't filmed them being done yet. I do have a few pictures of the process and a few videos of the process that I'm going to throw in here. But other than that, most of it got lost. So I'm going to show you these pods. I might pop the trunk real quick and show you the back real quick now that it's all put together. And then everything that I did before today. It took me a week and a half maybe of working on it 2 or 3 hours a day as I could, and it's done. I did fiberglass, I did wires, I did everything. I just didn't build the box. Box was already built. Everything else done. Alright, that's what it is, so stay tuned. Alright, so I'm long-winded and I'm going to try to keep this short. I bought Rockville lamps. Never really heard of them, never really give them a chance, don't really trust them yet. So the idea here is I'm going to put this one in the Ranger if it works and see how it sounds for a while before I commit to buying another one of these or even a third one of these to put in the black truck, because these little lamps say that they'll do 600 watts times 2 at 2, which to me is 4 300-watt mids per amp. That's pretty good, right? And to this one, it says it'll do 1,000 watts at 2 ohms on the sub channel, which I don't think it will. But if it'll do anywhere near 100 watts times 4 at 4 ohms, it should make the speakers sound good, right? The door speakers. Plus, I got wiring kits. So, I'm going to put this 0-gauge wiring kit in the Scion, get it wired up to run a sub. I'm going to go ahead and get the RCAs run, go ahead and get it prepped up. And we're going to test some amps in the Scion. Stay tuned. Alright, so before any good project, you come out and you check out what you already have. That way you can see what you need and what you need to order and all that good stuff. This is the box of shame. I dug it out just to show why I'm not buying super expensive stuff anymore. Image Dynamic 6.5 mid. The surround ripped. Image Dynamic 6.5 mid. The tinsel lead broke. O2 audio mid. The tinsel lead broke. You spend good money on stuff, and then it still messes up. So the idea is, moving forward, is I'm just going to use what I can afford and not have to save up a long time to be extra disappointed when it blows up later. Anyway, check out what else I found. This is my first attempt at a door pod. I know it looks rough, and it kind of is rough, but I literally did that like 12, 13 years ago, and this was like the first thing I ever really fiberglassed, so gently lay that in there, and let's go find some stuff we can actually use. Alright, so there is the bike that I built. I put pegs up top right there, so the baby had somewhere to put her feet. Move the motor up, jack shaft there, straighten the chain mount back out to the derailleur. That's a jack shaft that multiplies the torque and also converts the motor chain to a bicycle chain. I put 20-inch fat tire bike tires on it off of my first e-bike build that I made. Yeah, it goes. Me and the baby get down the road on that thing. I'm not sure that the cops would like it if they ever caught us out on it, but we try to stick to the walking trails and little back roads that there's not a lot of traffic on. But we have fun. Alright. Oh, let's see what's in one of these drawers. Alright, so this is all the new stuff. I've got a distribution block that I was planning on running in the black truck, 2 of them maybe. 0 to 4 gauge adapters. There's some RCAs. I don't exactly know what all RCAs I have. Fuses and connectors, and these were crossovers that I'm probably never going to use. So yeah, let's dig in here and find some stuff that I need right now. All of that for one set of RCAs. Alright. Well, got everything we need now. So we're gonna start under the hood. When I got the car, it didn't have a battery tie down, and while I was at the battery tie down, I went ahead and put this style battery terminal on it. Yeah, it's cheap, but I can just come off of this, go to fuse, and we gotta find a place to poke through the firewall to run a 0 gauge. What I'm thinking is I have found, can you see it? No. Can you see it? No. Anyway, there it is. You gotta see it. There. That little nipple. That's where I'm gonna go through at. There's a nipple right there. I'm gonna cut it off and shove a 0 gauge through it. So, of course I haven't vacuumed this thing, but I took this lower panel out of this thing. And I'm gonna try to see, oh, poop. That might not be the best place for that wire to come through at. But it's kind of the only place. So what am I gonna have to take apart to get to it? Is that it? It must be up there behind that, behind this big blower motor. Yay! I pulled the nipple off. I just literally pulled until it broke. Alright, next. So if you can see, you can't see. Of course you can't see. I can't see. Can anybody see? Alright, that didn't work. I mean, it kind of did, but the hole is still too little on the inside. I'm not going to be able to push a 0 gauge through that. But if you see the webbing or the gussets around it, it looks like if I push it in with something and I go to the inside with a razor blade, if I can just cut around that webbing a little bit, I'll make the hole big enough. Alright, let's see what's in the 0 gauge kit, because we're about to crack it out and open it, use it. If I can unchild-proof it. Alright, so there's the gauge. That looks like speaker wire. Alright, never mind, this is a bad idea. So this is the part of the build that is kind of either constructive or destructive. But I can't get that big ass cord, wire, whatever you want to call it, through that little piece of rubber. So maybe I'll melt a bigger hole through it, right? And hopefully not melt anything important in the process. Work like a charm. Actually, you're supposed to... Oh, there is smoke coming off of it. Yep. Bigger poker. Alright, so this is like day 3. And there is no day 2 because memory card. So what I had did before I quit yesterday was I got all the RCAs ran back under the back seat and the speaker wires ran up to the front under the dash where I'm going to put the crossovers. Then I went ahead and I put the speaker wire from here and I ran it up and across to the other side of the dash. And look, you can tell I went ahead and sound deadened the door and I sound deadened the back kicks. And I don't think there's any reason to sound deadened down there. I know the lighting sucks in here today. I put the flaps down because we're supposed to get some cold, windy weather, and I figured that would just be a better way of handling it rather than everything getting blown around when the wind starts. But today's mission is to get the trim rings made, put in, and get the doors, this one, sound deadened. Alright, here we go. And like magic, it was done. Obviously a beaver did it. Little chunky teeth there. Anyway, got that one on. Definitely did not use roofing screws to hold it in. And let's get 3 more done. So Crutchfield has this thing where if you order the speakers to fit your car, they'll give you the stuff to mount them in your car for free. So I could have spent $50 and got the trim rings for free and had an extra set of 6.5s laying around. But I decided to do this monstrosity mess to save $50. Hindsight, probably should have spent the 50 bucks. Alright, one thing that I forgot to mention earlier was that these Rockville speaker wires, the small ones anyway, didn't come labeled. So I had to label my own. Got the trim ring mounted, got the wires done, about to hook it to the speaker and mount the speaker to the beaver trim ring. It really does look like a beaver chewed on it. Alright, speaker's in. She ain't going nowhere. Let's get this door panel put back on it, make sure the window rolls up and down. Well, door panel back on. That means just got one more to go. Alright, so she's in. Put a little sound deadener over here on this corner because there was a little triangle hole. I know all this is open, but alright, so gotta figure out where to mount the crossover, and I have to cut the holes and mount the tweeter and the 3, and boom, then these will be ready to go back on. Like I said, door panel already on. Trying to get the car put together.